Hello everyone. Welcome back to the next session of Kill Warlow, a grim hollow campaign. Um, Today it's a special date session basically. Um, Things happened last time, and to tell us all about it is Siwa.
That is me. All right. Session 15. Back at the Incan Helm, the sky has grown dark and the wind carries whispers of rain. Inside the store, Mallory's sword seems to breathe, matching the cadence of her heartbeat. While Mallory contends with the things the sword has shown her, Valia has been set on a new path, one to try and set right a wrong in her past. And Mars has met someone from her home, someone who gave her a gift and reminded her what it felt like to belong. A plant that came from the sea elves on the coast of Chernault. Legend has it that the leaves of this plant, if eaten once per day, could turn someone into a sea elf, or a sea hag, if the children's tale is to be believed. From outside, Boone picks up the scent of the gravekeeper on the rain. He tells Cal that they need to get off the street, and the two go back inside to rejoin the rest of the party to find Mallory missing. Asking where she is, Boone is guided down to the workroom where the books are. He ignores the rest of what Egard says, and goes downstairs. Having finished with their measurements, Mars, Cal, and Valia follow to find the door ajar. As they enter, they find Mallory trying to throw the sword, but her fingers won't release it from her grip. She places the sword on the floor and attempts to kick it. Instead of sending it flying, pain envelops her head, and the urge to go and pick it up taking over her body and mind. Biting her lip until she bleeds, she takes the few steps towards the sword and picks it up. As she does, Boone crosses the threshold to find her and grabs her shoulders, looking her over. "Get it away from me," Mallory whines. When Boone tries to touch the sword, she stops him, and the two scramble for it, bickering until Mallory shoves him back into the bookshelf. Which now is foreplay. As he looks up at her from the ground, books scattered around him, he tells her that they need to figure out what's going on with the sword or get rid of it. She tries to show him that she can't just get rid of it, trying to kick it again and failing. The sword then growls, and Mallory feels like it's asking her to present it to Boone. At her refusal, the sword lets out a disappointed sigh, and she can feel the curiosity emanating from the blade. Oh no. I think there's a part missing? I mean, I can keep going, but...
There might be. Hold on.
Does it just jump straight to when you have it in your hand?
Hold on. Hold, please. I'm fixing it.
All good? All good.
It's the very top of the second message.
We got it. Sweet, we back. The trio finally approaches, with Mars asking if everything is alright, catching sight of Boone on the floor and Mallory clutching her sword. Boone stands up, ignoring them, and approaches Mallory as she whispers, begging him not to take it. Instead, he wraps his arms around her. "Please, let me help you," he whispers as she cries. As Valia hears this, gathering what it is that's going on, she sidesteps Mars and Cal and approaches Mallory like she would a frantic animal, palms out. If we're going to try to get rid of it, we know it won't hurt me. You don't have to worry about Boone. Just let it go. As she speaks, she stands at Boone's back, reaching around him to place her hand over Mallory's, where it holds the sword. Behind them, Mars begins plucking quiet music so the silence feels less tense, and Cal follows Valia, ready to pull her away should Mallory or the sword try to hurt her. Valia pulls the sword from her grasp, and despite it being in the scabbard, it cuts along Mallory's palm and arm, her blood pooling on the floor as an anguished cry emanates from the blade. "You could have saved the world!" it screams before falling silent in Valia's hand. Seeing that Mallory is bleeding, Valia reaches out, cradling Mallory's cheek for a second. And as she thanks her, she heals her, the cut on her arm sealing shut. Still crying, Mallory says, "I could have saved the world." "You can still save the world. You just don't have to do it with this thing hounding you," Valia responds. "Let it be your choice, not someone else's dream." The five of them recover with tea provided by Grisha, and finally it's time to set out into the rainy evening. They take off towards the bakery, where Mallory's connection is said to reside. After a frankly Scooby-Doo style attempt to figure out how to get word to her, Boone begins tossing pebbles at her window to catch her attention. The human woman, Rosaline, peeks out the window and Mallory gives her the code phrase before asking to speak. As she does, Mars and Valia take to a corner to give them space where they watch the crowd, and Mars begins busking for coin. Cal takes up a spot between the two groups, keeping an eye on Mars and Valia while also keeping Mallory and Boone in earshot. Rosaline tells them she can't be seen talking to strangers, so they should be quick. Mallory writes in Army code all the information that they've learned and how it relates back to what the Army would know. When Rosaline realizes that Barcoon Thule is an energy vampire, she tells Mallory that his own people might kill him for it. It's unclear, then, whether Mallory boops this grown woman on the nose for a job well done. Down the street, Mars has managed to make 15 silver. The rain has started to pick up, and the group decides that they're going to spend the night at the Violet. Entering the hotel, the luxury is almost overwhelming. As they announce their desire for a meal and to stay the night, they're greeted by an ethereal lilac tiefling. Upon hearing that they're the heroes of the Marla and guests of the Viscount, she leads them through the lobby into the dining area. As they tour the property, Mars approaches the tiefling, Masterista, and compliments the facility's aesthetics. As they meander through, it becomes clear that most of the patrons are vampires, and there are those there that are meant to feed them. As Masterista details the cost of their stay, Mars turns on the charm, proposing that the cost be cut, smiling in the face of Rista's obvious judgment and disdain. "I see you have noticed our clothing. I'm sorry if it has offended your taste, but as you know, we have come from a grand fight in the Marla. We have just come from Master Egard, but I hope you're not implying anything about the state of our dress." After promising to sing the praises of the Violet Rose, Rista grins and acquiesces. They're shown to their suite, which is incredibly luxurious, with Mars and Valia retiring to one room, Mallory and Boone take the other, and Cal is relegated to the couch by his own choice. They eventually settle on a watch rotation, with Mars going first, then Boone, Valia, Cal, and finally Mallory. During Cal's watch, he hears voices from the street. Poking his head out of the balcony, he sees a black carriage departing. He sees a woman with long white hair, wearing both a gown and armor, and armed with a sword. He notes the similarities between this woman's pallor and Valia's, recognizing her as a vampire as a few words trail up to his ears from the guards below. "I don't think I want to be near the Grigori." As Boone wakes the next morning, he finds Mallory watching him, dark circles under her eyes and skin pallid. "First it was your food and now it's your face?" he asks her. She replies, "I think my face is nicer than my foot." After some banter... Was that foot or food?
Foot.
Oh, okay, we went from food to foot. Got it, okay. After some banter, he asks if she's okay, to which she replies, "I'm fine." Obviously not buying that lie, Boone says, "I know it's been a few years, but you're still a terrible liar." More banter follows, more lying, before Mallory tells Boone that the sword is a Burak artifact, a holy artifact like the one he needs, so he doesn't have to rely on Abigail's fake cure. She then tells him that she wouldn't have walked away from him 2 years ago in Tolona, and at this time, after they kill Warlow, she wants to go with him, back to Kit, and maybe to find a place with sunlight. Boone tells her that Kit knows all about her and admits that he shouldn't have let her walk away. Ow, chicka, wow, wow. Mallory sits up, but before she can speak, he kisses her. Pausing only for a moment, she pushes him back to the bed. Cal, lying awake on the couch, hears all of this. Taking his blanket, he goes into Valia and Mars's rooms, promptly spilling everything he just heard.
Yay!
Yay! Excellent.
That was great.
Excellent
Thank you.
recap.
Yeet. I mean, it's beautifully written.
Yeah. And
Great
the
job
sound
to both
effects-
of you.
Yes, and sound effects are amazing. All right. So that was that. Uh, hold on. Let me just check a couple of things. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. Cool. All right. So, yeah, things were heard, things were told from room to room, and you all eventually do like come out of the rooms, and it's morning, kind of, yeah, it's definitely morning. Let's keep it that. Um, yeah. What do you want to do? You've Cal has told everything, and the culprits are right in front of you,
The
and you
culprits!
are and you know what day it is. You still have most of the day to yourselves, whatever you want to do. The dinner is late in the evening, about like 7-ish. All right, how do you want to start? Who starts?
Mars will just like poke her head out and see if anyone's in the middle room.
I don't know. But Mallory and Boone have come out? Or would they still be in the room?
Um,
You would have heard a door being shut, not your door, and you would guess like this is the other room's door, and some heavy footsteps rushing away. Just Cal's.
yeah, I think. I think at this point they're getting themselves together. If there's any sounds heard, it's like fuck, just trip over. Like it's not what traumatized Cal. It's they're trying to get themselves together before they come out.
Refusing to be waylaid by any of this, seeing like Cal just like sitting sadly, wine bottle from last night. He's sitting on the bed, he has his wine, and Mars is just poking her head out. She just like walks by Mars and like puts her hand on the top of Mars's head and pushes her back from the door. And then she just, with like all of her, giant strength, just like slams their own door open and strides out. It like bounces off the wall. I will not be embarrassed by children. Let's go.
Cal with his wine bottle follows out. Yeah, good boy.
Mars will laugh and she'll follow and she go, "Oh, it was not embarrassment. It was protection for mine own eyes."
Valia will just put her hand over Mars's eyes, like stand behind her and put her hand over her eyes and just like guide her through the room.
Cal mutters playfully, "I wish I could say the same about my ears." Struggling up behind him.
Poor Cal.
Mel
hearing
and
move.
Boone, yeah.
Yeah,
you
so
do hear them.
hearing movement outside in like the living room area. Boone will call out, "We're coming, wait for us!"
Oh no.
I'm sure you are. Wait, remind me, Mickey. So last session, the like bellboy or whatever was like outside the door,
Yes.
right? Asking if we needed anything.
Yeah. It was.
Okay. I think now that everyone's awake and they all know they're awake, she'll just pop her head out and just it's probably gonna be freaking exorbitant amounts. There's no continental breakfast at a place like this. She will just ask for a very basic breakfast spread.
Yeah. As soon as she like opened the door and
Basicest.
look out, the person is still there. There's a small chair, kind of like he was sitting on, I guess. Hearing some commotion, you see like he was probably napping on the chair, and just like gets up as soon as you open up the door, and it just starts going and just looks at him and takes your order, basically whatever you want. It's like, yes, I'll get it. ending that. Like he rushes off to get breakfast, I guess, like in the room. Is that the intent?
Yeah, just have it dropped off at the room for them.
Yeah, so he does that, and in like within 15 minutes or so, you get the food, bread, some soup, juices, tea, coffee, all of that comes out on the table. It's ready for you to take in, and you have it in the room now.
Right. She'll start distributing it to everybody, and if and when Boone and Mallory
Yes.
come out, she'll like set their like food in front of them with just a raised eyebrow and nothing else, and then sit down and start tucking into theirs. Everyone has had a good morning.
Yeah, these beds are like super comfortable. I don't think I've ever laid on pillows that felt like what I imagine clouds to feel like.
Yes, it was. I mean, they surely do live up to their name and their standards. This is true, regardless of the attitude of the hostesses and the proprietors. It is a. They do have good quality.
You handled that exceptionally well last night, Mars.
Oh, I see the rich bully type all the time. It is, you cannot count from them. You must stand up to them, otherwise they will walk all over you.
That they definitely will. How did watch go last night?
I saw nothing on mine.
I heard some things on mine, and Kyle will retell all that he saw from the balcony and describing the woman and what he heard the guards say before he ducked back inside.
Do we recognize that? What was that name? Grigoy?
Yes, you do recognize that because you've heard it a few times, especially from Vinny's mouth. That's how he would go to the Augustine trade post, say the word Grigor, and then he was given entrance.
Gotcha.
And I think you might have heard also about like Grigor is someone very close to Warlow, like a bodyguard sort of.
Gotcha.
Apparently very ruthless.
That is, not good that we're in the same establishment that someone like that was staying in, but, it's good to know. Tuck it away, yes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well. Wow, these biscuits are super good. These are great.
What's Boon Boon doing as the breakfast talk is happening?
He is having a cigarette on the balcony with a cup of coffee.
All right. And Valia, you're also at the table?
Yes, Valia is currently feeding Bubonic little pieces of her own biscuit.
Mallory, after she has a half a cup of coffee and hashed up some food down, looks at Valia. I wanted to thank you for yesterday. What you did. I didn't say thank you in the moment, but because it was really chaotic, but it really meant a lot what you did.
Well, it was tense and we couldn't have you bleeding everywhere, so you're welcome.
Did and Mallory does notice the sword there and makes a very concerted effort not to look at it. Were you okay during the night? Did it give you
anything?
It's just a piece of metal to me, Mallory. I don't think anything this sword has in it can touch me.
You might be surprised.
Can you and I can we hop over into your room real quick? I wanted to tell you something. Talk to you about something. If that's okay.
Valia will stand and she will set Bubonic down on the little couch that she was sitting on so that he can scurry all over Mars and Cal. They can feed him his breakfast and give him his scritches. And she'll open the door to her room and wait for Mars to enter first. Or not Mars, Mallory.
The other end. Mallory will give Bubonic a cigarette.
He will take it in his greedy little paws.
Agrees a lot.
Alright, you do go to the other room. Mars and Cal, you are left to your own devices. Are you doing anything except apart from eating breakfast? As Boon is just outside on the balcony, totally avoiding any social interaction.
I think Mars will she'll kind of like lean conspiratorially to Cal as they're like watching Bubonic, become a chain smoker. And she'll kind of like nod over to where Boone is in the balcony and just say, I wonder if they're going to even address it, but they think that we don't know.
I don't know. And like his gaze flickers over there too. I guess we'll find out the day goes on, and I wonder if this will become a habit. If so, I'm not taking the soap for tonight.
No, I don't. I would not make you. We can make room no matter what. I would not subject you to that.
Yeah. But we shall see. He like sips his coffee and like sends a look over to Mars and back over to Boone. Just.
As you're looking around, Bubonic, who has just received a cigarette from Mallory, is holding to it and just starts squeaking, climbs up Mars up to your shoulder. And you kind of realize that he's holding it, but he can't do anything about it. So he is squeaking and keeps looking out towards Boone, who is smoking.
Oh my
And
god.
looking at you, looking out, holding a cigarette.
Gracious Lanta. I don't think I have any fire abilities.
He has to go to his daddy.
He just wants freaking light. Let me see. I don't think I have any fire. No, I'm not. Let's see.
Cal has a tinderbox. I'm assuming there would be a match or something.
Yes.
The entire hotel.
I'm down with this.
So Cal, you light up with that tinderbox?
Yeah, he'll pull out some just like a little match or whatever it needs for Bubonic. Like, there you go, little buddy. Okay.
Yeah. Bubonic hesitates for a second because no one else has been like this except his mother and then Boone. So he just holds a second, looks at you up and down, and then agrees to it. And lights up. And you see a small teeniest of like puffs and smoke coming out of the mouth and ears. We'll go to the other room where Mallory, you entered. Valia, you followed up. Do you close the door? First question.
Valia will leave it open unless otherwise, unless Mallory says anything.
Mallory will almost completely close it, but she doesn't want, because she's nervous, she doesn't want like a closed door in case this goes south. Okay. And not for that, but for Valia to, for either of them to.
Oh yeah.
To leave. So like it's close. It's not close, but it's
yeah.
Close.
Okay. All right, you guys, what do you want to talk about?
So, I wasn't sure. I hate to bring this up on the heels of what you went through in Egard's shop. Um, with all of that, which it was it was a it was heartbreaking, and I'm sorry that you had to deal with all of that.
It's fine, Mallory. It's really nothing out of the realm for me. Grisha's fine. I'm fine. There's a way forward.
Boone and I were approached by somebody else from your past, and I haven't been sure how to tell you because I felt like it's something that you should hear from somebody who you are closer to.
Because I don't like you, or
I am intimidated by you, and sometimes I do wonder that. I will be fully honest. Um, we didn't say that we knew you. We didn't say that we were taking any contract. We just said that, and above table, this is me remembering as best I can. So please correct me if I am wrong. We just said we would keep our eyes and ears out. That's it. But I did ask Mars and tell her about it because I was afraid to approach you first about it. And I'm sorry.
what have I done that you find so frightening, Mallory?
I just don't think you like me very much. And you intimidate
And you
me.
thought that opening up my past without my permission to other people would be how I come to like you.
I wasn't thinking about that at all. I was thinking about getting you this information. It had nothing to do with me in that regard.
No, it had to do with your fear. Mallory, it means little raven, doesn't it?
Yes.
It explains the constant chirping. Because I swear, Mallory, it is all that you do. And right now, what I see is a little bird without a song of her own. And it seems like that little bird is clinging to those stronger than her in hopes of surviving, or maybe blaming something to absolve her, spilling other songs, collecting other songs, because you don't have one anymore.
Mallory nods and glances down and away as she takes that in. You're right. I am without a song. That's a good way to put that, I suppose. It was taken. And I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
But I think you're also trying to figure things out too.
Hmm.
I think you
There-
also understand birds in a cage by your own admission.
I do. I do understand what it is to live in a cage. And I am out of that cage. And the only reason that I have chased your skirts is because of the respect that I have from Cal, despite you questioning every opportunity that you get the worth that Mars and I bring to this. You've had so many opportunities, but this has shown me who you really are, Mallory. And I have to say that as of right now, you don't even rank in my eyes. And with that, Valia will pull open the door and step back through it into the main room.
And a couple beats later, Mallory will follow out.
As you guys step out, you see Al and Mars trying not to light the really expensive couch on fire, trying to light Buboni's cigarette. Also, that was sick, you guys.
We cook on occasion.
We do. We do.
This is why my characters always try to be nice to Alex's characters, because I would hate to be on that side of things. I would hate to be on the receiving end of that because I will cry.
100%.
Not my characters, me. Galaxy will cry.
Here's the thing, Alex would never do that to you because she is trying so hard to nurture and foster your whimsy that Alex would never do that to you.
If you thought that it was whimsical to hit me with your car at this point, I'd be like, yeah, let's jackass, let's go.
Look, full disclosure, the whole time Alex and I are sending I love you messages to each other.
Literally just all caps, I love you.
Yeah, this is not the hardest conversation her and I have ever had. It's okay. But it's stressful. It's so stressful.
That was stressful.
It's a wedding.
As a viewer, that was stressful.
I was pacing. I was like, what do I do with myself?
I DM'd Lucy and I was like, if Boone tries to come in here, palm his face like a basketball. Do not let him in
Cal
here.
was ready.
Oh, love all of these behind the scenes shenanigans. Oh, shit. You both Mallory and Raleigh in the common room. Cal, you're finally able to get the cigarette lit up. And Boone, your cigarette is pretty much now, the one cigarette piece is pretty much finished. Your coffee is done. Where do you want to go after this?
I mean,
Time to kill.
we gotta. Oh, I mean, yeah, we gotta pick up our clothes at some point.
Those are
Those
this evening.
bolts.
Oh, okay. Oh, the bolts. Yeah.
The bolts were waiting for them all to be done,
Oh, that's right. In case we die.
No,
but we dropped them off
Yeah.
today. I think is what we.
if you
planned.
want to. If you
Yeah.
want to, yes.
So we'll go drop that stuff off. Maybe we can just do some recon on the word about the river monster. Nothing like we could just do some information, or we can
I thought
Ooh,
at
that
the
could
end
be
of
cool.
last session we said that we were just going to go straight into the dinner.
This is
Oh,
true.
yeah, that's
Just
right.
to get a good session.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. So we've dropped off the bolts. We're gonna go to dinner.
All right.
One quick thing,
Yes.
Nikki.
Yeah.
I would say before they go to dinner, Cal will pull Valia aside, and he will go to his pack and pulls out. It looks like a mundane-looking hat, but he will hand it to her and just say, "I know you mentioned Warlow being able to recognize you, and we don't know who else could possibly be there, but this is something that I use when I'm on the job at times. It's just a way to offer a little disguise, but in case you want to use it tonight, you are free to do so. Just whatever it takes to make sure that you are safe and comfortable tonight." And he'll offer us a hat of disguise self.
Nice. Okay. For tracking, just you know what, just put that thing into the party inventory, so that it'll be like, okay, that's what it is, and then
Yeah.
it can move between.
Will do.
Alright. Okay. Sorry, just give me a minute. Okay, so because you did do the paralyzing bolt, you dropped it off. You'll get it later in the day or by tomorrow morning, whichever. That will cost you 120 gold pieces, and that will get you 2 bolts.
Sweet.
How much? Yeah, how much were we? Party inventory. Did we paid already half for the cloak, right? Or all the cloak?
Half.
We paid half. Okay, and it was
Did half?
600, right?
Yes.
Yes.
1200
Rest
total,
half
so you said
is
600. Okay,
Tomorrow.
so technically in the party gold we have 300 left.
And then we have a bunch of like jewels and stuff.
True.
Yes.
That I'm sure we can either convince Egard to take them or use it as payment elsewhere.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Do we want to try to use some of the gems for the bolts, or do we want to just subtract the money from the party?
Take a look here.
And in the meanwhile, because I think in half an hour you want to feed your pets ish, right? In half an hour ish.
Or less, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can do one small thing, and then we can just take a 10 minutes break till that feeding goes, and then we can jump into the dinner part. So we can do one thing. We'll just quickly do it. You can tell me what do you want to do. If you want to do about the snake monster, we'll do some dice rolls and you'll get some information. Or if there's something else that was or is on the agenda, that can be quickly like maybe not RP'd as much as like just dice rolls can dictate.
Yeah, I'd be down for a little bit of dice
For
rolling.
dice rolls.
Yeah, for monster, we can obviously we know about the bat monster, and that's going to be our like main priority after Warlow. But if we want to get extra dice rolls in, maybe we could just do a little monster data collection under the guise of writing a book.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And,
Do some rolls.
and Mallory's actually has worked on that book, so there is like stuff in there if somebody like wants to see, oh, what are you working on? Like, she does have something put together for us.
Oh yeah, Mars has been working on that book since the day one, pretty much. So that's Mars.
I
has
loved
got
the
covered a
idea,
lot of
Matt.
stuff.
It was so good.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
really good
We'll
idea. So
scroll
the book
out.
is definitely coming along. So what
Awesome.
we'll do is that for that you leave you've had your breakfast and also you get out, start wandering around the town, and let me just change this. So you go towards like docks, where that's the area where you can get like more information. So give me like a investigation roll, whoever wants to lead, and if someone's helping and has proficiency in investigation can aid. So either you can make it individual ones, or with the right proficiency and the help action, one of you can make with advantage.
I have my +5 on investigation.
I have half proficiency as a bard. Can I use that to give assistance to Mallory?
Yes, sounds like yes.
Because mine is dog water, so I might as well lend it to you for advantage.
Appreciate you. Let me roll these one at a time, actually.
Mickey,
Yes.
we're doing monster hunting stuff, right?
Yeah, just like gathering information for the river monster.
Okay. Let's see.
I got a dirty 20 on that investigation.
Okay. You
And
wander
then-
around. Yeah.
And then Galaxy's looking up something for Boot, right?
Oh yeah. What are you doing?
It's fine. Never mind. Proceed.
Okay. You talk around and you walk around. All of you as a group are walking around and like just getting to know the city a little bit more. Before when you do reach the docks and all, you see there's a small presence of the black guards and like people have been like pushed away and everything. With that dirty roll, you get like a little bit more information here. These people like talking and gossiping about it. That another body, someone was killed last night, and ripped, and like only like some like a hand or arm was like left on the ground, but most of the body's like just missing, and there's like blood splatter a lot over there. And then you hear more rumors, like people talking about, yeah, someone did hear like a shriek, someone saw a monster fly in, but then it vanished, and then someone sees that no, there was no monster, there was a person, like a real person, and then he did it, and that person turned into a monster and then flew away. So this all you just like pick up pieces here and there before you finally reach the docks and like start asking about the river, how safe is it to go, jumping into it, and you get information that normally it is fine, but it's the late at night that they have seen something dark, a dark shadow kind of like moving in the river itself. It rarely attacks boats, and but then you hear a contradictory information. Like one part you hear is like there's just this one really large, like maybe a shark or some version of it. But then you hear that it's not a shark, and there was someone who went in. They tried it to be like what it is, and they got people got like shredded by almost like a school of whatever this water or fishes or fish monster it is. And with a dirty 20, the that was your investigation. Um, you I'll say that I'll use that only. Um, Actually, no. You know what? Someone else can give me like an insight check, and again, multiple people if they want to.
Yeah.
You
I'll
can.
do it. Insight check. That is going to it's a 14.
17.
Okay. With that 17 and 14 combined, you both see that you hear the story of this instead of one, just like multiple, or like a school. You hear it a couple more times, and they seem to be more like convincing that the person who's telling you was either like a first hand or at best second hand information. Whereas the one single large monster writhing under the in the river, they seem to be like, I heard a story from my friend who heard it from another friend who was at a bar who heard it from this other group kind of thing. And you get a sense that it is more likely that it's more than one creature that is under under the waters. Um, and you with that dirty 20, you also get one information is that the likeliest place that it was noted for them to be either coming out or going from is like almost north of the city. So on the map, somewhere around here, they were seen. And you remember that your boat that brought you here had also dropped you somewhere here only, very close by where there was this outcropping. And you had seen this creature, or one large creature at least, one large shadow at least in the river. So somewhere over here.
Spooky.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Okay. So that is your day. You grab some food from the middle, walking around. A few times the cathedral's bells ring, and again, like you see people going in, coming out. It's a busy city. And you also see like a caravan is like there's a lot of people like getting ready to leave. Like there's a caravan like apparently like waiting outside to get out of the city to go away.
Sus.
Mickey,
Yeah.
is this the first we know that people have like smuggled out, and we know that people have like crossed the bridge. Is this our first caravan that we've seen in like the past week-ish we've been around here?
Yes.
Okay.
It is a very like it's a really big city, but it's also like northernmost kind of tip of a Stoyan Empire.
Mhm.
So caravans do come here. You would know, Mallory would like know about this thing, and like, but this is the first time I've seen like a caravan outside of the city walls is there, and like people are like
Right.
taking in their carts like goods over there, and the carts are like coming inside also with the goods. There's like it looks like a bit like a trade day almost, like whatever has happened, the caravans have come and now trade is happening, like a busy cart, manual labor is like on there, like pushing carts and taking out crates from here and there. And where you are, you kind of came around from the docks and this whole next to the river, there are like a lot of warehouses. And you see like most of them is like going over there to the warehouses. As you would also see actually by the docks is a large ship is also docked. Same thing, like stuff is
Oh,
coming
so
out of the
like
ship.
trading stuff. Okay.
Yes. So that is all you kind of like get as we discussed, and you wound up towards Inkenham, where unless you can tell me if you want to do something else, some other role or something else. If not, then the is like idea like you do go to Egar's, your suits are about ready. Egard, Grisha, and they've got a couple of more helpers who help like put your dresses and suits, everything ready, fine. You your the images that you gave, it is the suits have been are perfect fit, and there's like enough room left somehow that you see Igard has paid attention, and you're like, Grisha, that like small weapons could probably fit in here and there.
Oh, E-guard.
Okay.
Good looking out, buddy.
And it's about that time that, in about an hour or something, the dinner is going to be laid out, and you're expected over there in the Violet Rose, somewhere within the Violet Rose, and you all make your way back, and you see as you're making your way back with your suits like all dressed up, and Igor has actually sent like the two people who were helping you to carry, like have like a small cart with a really this neat and clean pony who's like pulling it, and all the dresses are like on like laid out perfectly fine, so that they look the best when you actually do wear them, and the people can help you if you want, or you can wear them by yourselves. But you reach and you see the Violet Rose Inn has become busy for the evening. Already like carriages are outside just waiting if someone wants to leave. Like Uber, waiting for passengers, and more of these are coming in. Carriage like comes in. In this one, that one comes in, and you're almost about to see, and this carriage kind of pulls up ahead of you. It is this dark, it's almost like a onyx veneer with this massive gold plating imagery on the cart, on the carriage itself, and a really large figure, almost 7.5 feet tall, broad shoulders, wearing a hat, a large cigar in his mouth, holding this cane. Klein Majorek steps out of the carriage as the door is held by one of the valets to him, and as he steps out, you can see the carriage kind of like moves here and there. He's a big fella, and you see he tosses a gold coin to the valet and continues walking inside the Violet Rose. And that's where we'll take our break.
Sheesh.
Oh boy.
We shall feed our beasts. Yeah. Beast feeding time. This one is looking straight at me with her tail wagging and her puppy dog eyes.
Awesome. We're
You-
all here.
Hey,
Anticipation. All right, we are back. You you all of you just witnessed Klein Mayorik, this large figure getting up, this almost golden gilded carriage, gets out, tosses a coin to valet, doesn't even look at him, marches, continues to march on, walking with a cane, and cane is just a show off thing.
Hmm.
Uh, he doesn't really. You see, he walks perfectly. Just cane is just there. And continues as he continues. There is more like a couple more servers up at the top, and as Master Vista, she comes in and bows, and you can see she takes Klein inside somewhere.
I know you. I know the party's heard Klein's name and everything, but Cal will just confirm with everyone, just like that's him. So it's the first time really seeing him.
Yeah. Are we somewhere where we're like talking without being like overheard?
Yeah, you are like a little bit away from this, and there's like a lot of like hubbub on the streets anyways.
Okay. Mars will look to where who Cal has pointed out and say, this is the other person that you must eliminate, yes?
Yeah, he is. Trust me, I don't plan on doing that tonight. That is not. No, but yes, that's him.
Okay. That is good to know. And it seems that it will align very well with what Mallory needs done for the river army. So, what is it? 2 butterflies, 1 stone?
Close enough.
That's it.
Cal, have you ever met Klein face to face?
Yes. Right, Mickey? I'd assume yes.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
buddy.
yeah, he was the
Yeah,
one.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Well, if we don't see the countess, there might need to be a little shimmy of the hat back to Cal.
Yeah, Cal's gonna keep his distance if he can.
So it's been 10 years since Warlow has seen Valia, right?
Yeah.
And
That's what we had established.
yes, okay. So for my edification and to kind of prioritize the needing of the hat here, is Warlow, like, was that time at the church the only time that he had seen Valia? Like, her hair was a little bit darker then. It has gone more white. That's just something that's been happening over the course of her transformation.
Yep.
She, it's been a decade. Who needs this
that-
hat more?
That was the last time that Valia and kind of Warlow came face to face, but you've been to the city even before that. Like, not there's always been a gap of like a couple of years or more whenever you've come here with the Countess. So there have been like other few times. So you've maybe met Warlow face to face, like in the same like handful of times, maybe 5-6 times at best, over the course of let's say 18-20 years. Like at least a decade. Like prior to 10 years, that decade, like 5 or 6 times at best.
So it's one of those things maybe where it's would he recognize her without the Countess being there, maybe?
Yeah. Yes.
And
Won't
with
we
different
find
hair
out?
color, different outfit, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think at this point, with Klein being there and Valia knowing what she knows, she has, the hat in her hands, and they'll have seen Klein, and she will approach Cal, and she'll reach up and she'll put a hand on his cheek, and I think that you might need this a little bit more than I do. You certainly stand out a little more than I do. It's been a long time since I've seen the Count. the Viscount. So you take this.
I suppose you're right. It has only been a couple of years since I've seen Klein, and he kind of motions to himself. Yeah, you're right. He will put the hat on and just basically humanize his features and removing like the fur and stuff. Appearance is gone, and the shark and woven features are gone from him. So he just looks like a guy, just another guy, another dude.
Okay, nice.
Thank you, Balya.
Yeah. Your safety means a lot to me, Cal. So let's keep you safe, okay?
And we're gonna keep you safe too.
All right.
With that, you also enter, and you see like your personal concierge kind of thing is waiting over there, and like leads you to your room and asks for if you want any refreshments and all. The two people were also sent with you. You got sent like with the whole dresses. They will come along, help you get all the dresses, your nightwear for the dinner, set up in your room, and they will take your leave. And your concierge, if you want any refreshments and all, you'll make sure that you get whatever you need in your room. So, one of the things that you see and are kind of like told is that the dinner party is obviously like weapons free. No weapons are allowed. And yeah, so what do you want to do? As you are getting ready for it, any prep that you want to do before we jump into the dinner?
Igor said that he had kind of made the ability to like hide like a weapon or so.
Yeah, like small, like a dagger at best, like dagger or dagger-ish shapes, but not like a short sword or nothing like that.
Okay.
That would be really hard.
Because all I have is a club.
Cal can only use his dagger if you want.
Yeah, I don't have much else. Honestly, I mean, let's be so for real. I'd be using a spell anyway. I don't need a dagger.
True.
Unless there's some magic dampening BS going on.
Okay, I'll take the dagger.
just have a sharp object with you, just in case.
Yeah, Cal has his claws if needed, so yeah.
Mel's gonna hide a dagger on her person.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just writing this down as well. Gal doesn't need anything. It's fine. And then Mars and Lori are taking a dagger. What about Valia?
Valya comes with built-in weapons. She's good.
Awesome. Yes. And Boon.
I think Boone is gonna go weaponless.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, he goes wolf. So
That's right. Amazing. Okay, so you're all dressed up. And you come down. Your concierge has all the instructions where to lead you. As you're gonna come down, he leads you away from the main area where all the other patrons are sitting and enjoying, and there's live music going on. And slowly brings you to a double door, which opens up, and you enter into this like a separated space. You see there are obviously like 3 or 4 servers milling about, getting drinks ready, have the tables all set up, and you do see figures. You see Cliam is there. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. As is. You see, where is that? Oh, there we go. See that figure of Grigor that you kind of recognize, standing like by the chair over here, and where is he? Yeah, there we go. But give me a second. Did I? Yes. You can make your tokens a little bit bigger, like double the size, it's fine. And you can put where you would want to sit.
Oh man. Can I pull on any sort of, I don't know, background insight?
There is at least. Yeah, sorry. There's also one more figure that you see. Got sitting and like chatting with Klein right now across the table. And as you can like enter, both of them turn to see you. Klein has this big grin on his face as he sees you all enter, and the other person who's still armored up, actually, really well coiffed hair, this majestic cloak. He's the only one, actually. He has a sword on his person. You see he's there. He gives you just a glance and just bites his fingernails as he goes back to grab his wine. All right, so with that, and Gregory is up top to see this elven figure, long hair, just jet black eyes, standing perfectly still by the main chair, and sees you all. No emotions, complete poker face, waiting for you as like slowly servers can help you out with pulling the chair out so that you can all sit. Wine is poured, like fresh wine, like is poured into your glasses. There is food already on the table, plates. Feel free to like dig in.
Can I?
So
sorry. Can I ask
no,
what I was going to ask?
Yes.
So, I was wondering if Mars could pull on any sort of like, obviously it's very different here, but like old school etiquette of like, would there be any kind of better way to sit? And that might be a stretch and it might not matter, but I was just curious, is there some kind of, can she analyze where some people are sitting, how the places are set, just to see if there's any sort of, secret test that they need to pass? I know that might sound weird, and I might be digging way too deep, but you know how,
it's a good thing. It's a good question. No, 100%.
I feel like Mars would have given us that rundown, like after we got dressed and before we came down, of like, okay, here's how fancy dinners go.
Yeah, so I don't know if maybe like a performance, like I'm not sure what that would be. History, I don't know, and it could be or deception. Who knows?
So
it could be charisma.
So let me think. What you want to know is that as soon as you enter and you see at least 2 or 3 figures over here, where would be a better way to get situated on the table?
Yeah, so like obviously there's an open space, right? So if we were to sit here and we leave an open space, do we need to make sure we fill the closest spaces to where we think Warlow might sit? Just those little things that can sometimes be a slight, but nobody would know except people who have helped sit fancy banquets before,
Yeah. So the only chair which is at the table, the head of the table, you would immediately recognize that was probably reserved for Warlow.
Mm-hmm.
And Grigori right next to it kind of like confirms it. And normally for you, at least from where you come from these elvish courts, you do want to be closer to the people in power or
Yeah.
nobility, so they recognize you, they hopefully remember you, so next time it becomes easy to converse with them wherever, and like favors owed and all of that.
Yeah.
And again, like the empty chair, as further away as that is from the people in power, is better, because they don't want to be felt like, hey, someone is sitting away, but they could be close. They want company.
Yeah.
They want people close by, because
Okay.
they get off on it in a way.
Yeah. The only other thing I would have said as they were like coming up, and Mars would have like gently, again, like Mallory said, they probably would have talked about this. Like Mars will say, Volya sitting as far away from Warlow as possible. I might move your tokens around and see what you guys think. So Volya sitting as far away from Warlow as possible, but then Cal being on the same row as Klein, so he can't look directly across the table at Cal. Even though you have the disguise on, it's just one of those things, like voice even, he'd have to look through Boone's hat, and Boone can sit there and kind of stretch and like... So that was my thought, was Klein having at least one person and on the same side as Cal, and Volya being as far away as possible.
Sick. Siva, you and Lucy already gotten heroic inspiration because of you doing things. Take one more heroic inspiration for thinking about these things, and you can give it to anyone else who doesn't.
Does not have one.
Boone would have it, actually. Boone is human, so Boone would get every day, like as soon as you wake up.
Hey, Siwa.
Yeah.
/ Mars. Mars is better at talking, but that's Vargan Thor. Should Mallory sit next to Thor?
Oh yeah, no, I don't care.
Mars?
The only one, the only
I'm
one
just,
that
I'm just thinking about what you're saying, and I'm like...
Yeah, no, the only one that I think that is set in stone is right here.
Yeah, okay. No, hard agree.
Yep.
And
go for it.
an above table question Cal would have asked the group before we even got there, because like Klein obviously knows Cal's name, and he knows that the carver realized that Oscar wasn't the right name he gives. So Cal would have been like, if they ask our names, what do we say? How do we go about this?
Because Boone and Mallory are the only ones with fake names.
No, what did we give at the... We gave some crazy names.
That'll be in notes.
For when the shimmering?
Yeah.
We gave
Hold on,
names.
here we go.
Yeah.
You are
Okay.
Neptune Lazib, Vanya Bissell, and Oscar.
You know what? I'll just add to your tokens. Oscar. Okay.
Oscar.
I will not
There we
even try. What was Valya's?
Vanya. Bizel.
Vanya. Valya was Vanya. Okay.
And Mars was Neptune. Which would have
Beautiful.
no bearing in the D&D world. It's just funny above table.
It's just funny.
Yes.
And that's why we do this.
Boone Wolf.
Nice.
And if this is too much, Mickey, to have done beforehand, but I thought of it just now as we're coming in, could I, because now, in 5.5, Bardic's lasts an hour, could I have given everybody a Bardic going in?
Yes.
Oh.
Wait, how many bardics can you give?
I have 5 total, so I'm going to give 4.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So I can't do it to myself. We'll do here.
Got it. So
Here. And here. And I marked them all off in here.
Yay.
Thank you.
You know, we might just need a little moment of sweet talking. Somebody needs a,
Right.
a deception. Who knows? So, I don't think I have anything else I can do. No. That's it. Cool beans. Thanks, Mixie.
As that happened, the double doors suddenly open up again, and you see another figure. No one. Oh, I don't have its token. Well, never mind that. Comes rushing in, holding just a small ledger kind of book. So like, I'm sorry that I am late. Oh, I see. Everyone's already here. And he kind of like looks around and looks. I makes eye contact with Boone and Miller. Like, oh. So, whoa, you are the heroes, yeah. Okay. Nice to. Hello. Nice to meet you all. And there's Best Boy Boone. Where's Best Boy Boone here? Right. Oh, okay. Alright. And as soon as he like comes in, clients and like, oh, yeah, oh, Saint. Well, it is good to see your face. You don't really come here very often. Last time you weren't here. And the Saint just goes like, Mr. Majoric, yes, it's nice to see you, meet you again. Yes, the work of Augustine keeps us humble people very busy. Nice to meet your old acquaintance. And he just gives a small hand to you, Mars. Like I am Saint Kale, the proprietor of the Augustine Trading Post over here at the Farrowheart. And he's just gonna go around one by one to like shake hands with everyone. Just tell me if you don't shake hands, else assumption is you do. So Mars. And then goes over here.
Yeah, we'll shake his hand back. And give like a nod and just be very like, it is lovely to see you and meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Putting on all the smarm she's got.
Yeah, and he totally is taking it in. Goes back to Miss Raven. Yeah, it's to see you here in this extraordinary setting. Again, nice to meet you. And then tries to shake your hand. Mallory's hand goes down. Same goes to Valia. Introduces again himself and just says enchanted. And Cal, who is your disguise.
Yeah, he pretends like call for or something into like a napkin, be like, excuse me, Oscar, nice to meet you. Does not shake his hand, pretending to still, wipe his nose or whatever.
Oh yeah, as soon as you're gonna go for your nose, he also pulls his hand away. Yes, nice to meet you, Mr. Oscar. Wolf, Mr. Wolf as well. Yeah. And then he continues to go with Lion. Varkanthul, who has actually not spoken and not said his name at all. It just sits there, and then Saint finally comes back.
Mickey, above table, I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
Is the Augustine Trading Company connected to the other Augustine name that Valia knows?
Yeah, Augustine Trading Company is... Wait, what's the other name that you know?
The Countess.
No, Countess's name is something else.
Augustine Vasaneska.
Oh, yeah. But it's not.
It's separate. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
It's separate. Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, it's separate. And you would definitely also know where, like, I think everyone in this room does know where that the Augustine Trading Company is the trading company all over the continent of Epirus, and they have, like, locations everywhere. And with that, the client also says, wow, it is nice. Going on, I will hold on to your knowledge, but I will introduce myself. I am...
Super quick, Mickey.
Yes.
As Saint was going around, so you said that he didn't even acknowledge Varkanthul?
No, he did not. He just basically nodded. As soon as he reaches you,
just
and after
nodded.
that, he just like...
Okay. He just turned right around.
Took a step. Yeah, he took a step, and Tool had not even like looked back. He was still sipping on his wine, sitting aloof.
Gotcha.
and he comes back, and you would sense that Saint knows who this person is.
Right. The other
And
question I had, then is when he went to Klein, was there any familiarity there? Like, not
oh
like,
yeah,
oh, I know that, but like, oh, like, was it, like not like just formal acquaintances, but like buddy.
there was definitely a buddiness to them. They acknowledged each other quite generously, did a big handshake. Um, and they did like the little talk about like, okay, I've got, yeah, the shipment that was coming in. Yes, Mr. Murik, it's already here. Don't worry about
Gotcha.
it. As Augustine stays true to its promises. And as that happens, you all hear a clap, just one loud clap. As Grigori claps, and as she claps, the whole fireplace suddenly seems to like move in waves and then dissolves as a door behind it opens up, and in walks this figure, sickly complexion with just like very narrow face. You see these yellow bulging eyes as if like he's sick. There are fangs, needle-like fangs, very clearly visible. Uh, it it and the first impression you also see is that like the mouth, there are no lips. It's a lipless mouth. The ears are all tattered. I'll just put this photo over here for now. Uh, Ears are tattered. There's this long nose, which is like crooked and kind of withered, and is like hunched back, completely hunched, holding a cane like with all its strength. Like if the cane wasn't there, his hands would just reach the ground. And with and he just like walks, and as he enters this place, you see Klein, and Klein immediately gets up. Saint immediately stands up, and slowly you see Thul also still waits almost till the end, and then gets up, still withholding the wine glass in his hand. He gives a slight nod, and Klein just says, "Why, Count? It's been so long to be in your grace, in your presence." And Saint immediately like jumps. Oh yes, yes, Viscount Waldo. It's been too long. But it's good. It's really, really, really good to see you here in person. And Thul just nods and says, "Viscount, I'm glad I could meet you after a long time. It was really hard to get any time from you." And slowly he comes in, sits down, just his eyes, there's this bestiality and hunger just dripping from the looks that he gives. And he just smiles, the fangs just clearly doing their work, looks at Lion, looks at all of you slowly, eyes stopping for every like 2 seconds or so. At Boone goes to see Gal, goes to see Valia. Lingers a little bit, then moves to Saint. Goes to see Mars, sees Mallory, and finally is settled on Varkanthul. He coughs and says, "I am a busy man, Shadow Legatus, you, with enemies on either side. I've got things to do. things that you don't want to do. Well, but today is a different event. It is this dinner is, and he again, like his eyes just hovers to all of you, all five of you, and says, "For the doers." And he like emphasizes on the doers as he can like looks back at Thul and gives him this like crooked grin, ear to ear grin. Well, do you all get up when everyone else, all three have gotten up?
Oh, if everyone else got up, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
I just imagine that what we kind of like skipped forward through in the hotel room was like Mars like dragging all the furniture in like the middle area and then like, you know, like getting all like, okay, crash course, this is what you do. When the important person walks in, you must stand up, you must address them. It does not matter how much you hate them, you keep a smile, a demure smile on your face. You cannot be smiling bigger than they are, okay? Just follow the lead of everybody else. You don't want to stand out in these cases, okay? She's just going through etiquette crash course.
Oh, man,
Specifically, but lovingly looking at Cal and Boone. The little wild men.
Yep.
Don't freak these up
like
for
Mars
us.
like, pacing up and down. Yeah, just Mars pacing up and down, pointing fingers. Like, do this, do that.
Exactly. Quick, pop
Mallory-
quiz.
Mallory
What do you
offers
do
up,
when
you
this
work
happens?
You work the outside in when it comes to the silverware.
Exactly.
There's multiple silverware. What do you mean? Cal in
It
that
is
moment.
rich people are pretentious. They are so rich that they want to show that they have more silverware than everybody else, and it means that there is one silverware for one thing. It is ridiculous, but this is how it is.
Cal just like, all right, Mars, whatever fork you pick up, I'm picking up the same one. I'm
Perfect.
watching you.
Perfect.
Yeah, between the five of you, I think the both Mars and Valia are the one who know how to behave or like act out in a court, and there are things, Valia, that you know, you have seen. Because you've been in this court before. But as that happens, he also starts to like sit down. He's not topless as in the image, but like he is wearing like something over on top, like
Gotta show off them
He's
thickly ribbed.
He has the forearms.
but it is still like tight that you can almost see like his body itself is like shrunk, like when you're very sick, and like his bones are still like coming out, ribs are coming out from the jacket that he's still wearing. The Kukui kind of like moves the sit, helps him like sit down. And as soon as he's like sit down, starts like coughing a lot. No one says anything except Tool just pinches in like, you don't look too good. I can't. Lack of good blood, I guess. And continues to sip. The servers have started moving and they start putting like some amuse-bouche in front of you and all of that. And the Viscount just laughs at Thul's comment and says, well, good blood is always hard to find, but and you are not doing anything about it, but where the hand points to you all, it says, I've heard about your achievement of the Marla. Would you please introduce yourselves? I would love to know more about you all. As he says that, Grigor just kind of steps forward and dissipates like in this mist and then appears over here.
Ah.
and just stands like right over here, facing you, the table, facing towards
Freaking creep.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to start? And what you are, who are you? The questions are like, yeah, and clients also like, yes, who are all you all? You're not from here. Looks around you like, where'd you come from? Absolutely, love to know. The things you've done, the Marlights, absolutely astonishing. And he kind of, you see that he, as he's talking to you, he kind of like is looking, trying to get everyone's faces and moves here and there, sees Boone, sees Cal, doesn't register, and trying to like look at everything. But now Viscount Warlow,
I mean, do we want to go in order, guys?
Yeah, I was gonna say Mars or Mallory can start. What are your vibes? You want to go for it?
Yeah, we can go to our side and then switch over to the other side, top to bottom.
Okay, cool.
Or actually, no, I lied. We should get Vanya's out of the way, and then we can, like, go on top of that. So that she's not the last one that they linger on in the conversation.
Right, good.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Gotta be firing, man.
Sweet. Yeah, no. It's a pleasure to be here, Viscount. My name is Vanya Basile. My companions and I we came together to write a book, and our research took us to the Marla. Though my friends here are much more loquacious than I am, and will surely be able to do a better job of entertaining you with our stories. But I do thank you for the invitation.
Give me a deception check.
Ay.
Yeah. Deception, don't fail me now. Scream. Okay. It's a 17.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay. Who goes next?
I guess we'll continue down the line.
Pitch your voice high.
Right. Cal will try and raise his voice a bit, because normally it is a lower tone, and just like, yes, so Viscount, my name is Oscar Stonebridge. It's very nice to meet you, and again, thank you so much for this opportunity to have us all here.
Give me a deception check.
Okay.
Have your bardics, don't forget.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Deception. Okay, so +1. I'm gonna use my inspiration. That was a natural 1.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, that's better. 17.
Heck
Ooh,
yeah.
Nice. Good. Nice. Next is Boone.
Yeah, Boone will just give a very gruff wolf, and that's it.
Oh man.
Okay.
Can't really roll a deception if you're not saying nothing.
Yeah.
It's not even a deception. I'm just thinking because it's just wolf. Keep it to be with advantage.
Trying to out-lawyer the DM here, you guys.
Yes.
The less better.
I respect it.
Yes.
16.
16. Okay, that is also nice. All right. Coming to the next table. You see both client has been like following, and Saint has been like following all of you, nodding about the rest, wolf, and Saint has been like writing the names down. You see, he's been like continuously like doing something on the notebook that he has, which also feels like for someone is, yeah, he seems to like almost like writing, as you said, and then like doing some sketching also. Who wants to go next, Mallory or Mars?
Oh, I can if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
Hello. I am Neptune the Zip, and as my companions have said, we came together for our a shared interest in the strange, the occult, and we have traveled many places and made our way to this fine city. And as we were looking for places to stay, heard of the grandeur of the Marla. But of course, you cannot hear the word Marla without hearing the goings-ons of the top floor, and it intrigued us. So we decided why not get hand-on knowledge, and we began to investigate. And honestly, we were in the right place at the right time, and we were able to clear what was up there. And so it is a pleasure to be recognized and to be able to share this experience with all of you.
Saint almost like claps, and Klein also like raises his glass to you. Oh yes, yes, it is occult. That is very intriguing, very intriguing. We'll talk more. And then coming back to give me a deception check, please.
Oh heck yeah, it's 25.
Ooh,
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah.
Really. Okay, Melody, you're the last one, and all eyes are now at you.
Oh, also, we never decided who I was going to give my extra inspo to, so who didn't have heroic?
Mallory doesn't have
Take it!
heroic.
It's yours now.
Thank you. Okay. Mallory will incline her head deeply to Count Warlow, and then less deeply, but still inclining her head to both Klein and Avarkanthul. My name is Raven. We are all from across the Estoian Empire, and as Mars said, we were in the right place at the right time. It is a pleasure to be honored by you, my count.
Both Klein again, very happy at getting that bow, just like straightens up his back, like Saint continues, right? And Thul gives you a measured look.
She
And
takes the look, like she doesn't look away. She just kind of inclines there, like.
Yeah. But it's a look of respect, almost. It gives you a look and then gives you a slight nod. It's almost as much nod as he gave to Viscount.
Nice.
Give me a deception check.
Okay, where's my deception? Oh, not bad. 18.
Holy frick, you guys, let's go!
Yeah.
That means we can save the Bardics for other things.
Yep. At this, Akan goes. Sorry, no Akan. The Warlow. Warlow goes and says that gives you all a heavy nod and says that he says, "Well, thank you all for also coming." And then just kind of like smiles, starts laughing, and just says that as if there was a choice. Yes. And then he looks at Tool, and then he looks at like Klein also, and Klein just goes, of course. Klein gets up and says, "I am Klein by Horik. I'm one of the merchants. I have many mines, and I do a lot of things for Farrowheart, for Viscount, and of course for the Estoian Empire. It is. I am really happy to have been invited here to make acquaintance with such an esteemed fellows as you all seem to be. I believe this will be quite an evening to remember." And now that as he's standing, he looks around at all of you, just getting together, and as he says that, so he kind of takes his seat, and he starts to talk more, but then Wallace says, enough. And yes, Klein, Klein just stops, just sits down quickly. And then Saint also stands up, So, oh well, I'm saying Kale. I'm a proprietor of the Augustine Trading Post. I know the two of you, the Raven and the Miss Raven and Mr. Wolf. It is nice to meet you. If you need you would know that we are everywhere. Anything you need, either we have it or we can easily acquire it based on time and the um, money and coins that you are willing to spend. Um, we are just about the corner about here, very close by, and he kind of looks at Warlow, and you can see that Wallow's like patience is getting thin, and like, and I'll, I'll talk about it later. Sits down, and the Thule just looks, and Warlow now looks at Thule, who doesn't get up, turns around to face all of you now, and just says, "Shadow Lagadas, Walken Thule, commander of the Summon Army." And Warlow just adds, and a very patient man, extremely patient, even though the wolves sit outside our gates. And at that point, if you want, you can give me an insight check because Tool just puts his glass down with a little thump as wine kind of spills out. He makes eye contact with the Y count, and as that happens, Grigor immediately again dissipates into mist. This bloody mist appears right next to Thule, just standing, not even looking at Barkantul, just standing next, making sure he knows she is there, presence.
We all hit on that.
18, 19, okay, 23.
Ooh. That's a 12.
Okay, 12.
Look, I got my other roll out the way, okay?
Yes. You all sense between these two powerful leaders, there is like Thule does not apparently report to Viscount. It looks like he has his own sway, and as Valia rules 23, which is amazing because it kind of like tracks. Also, you get that each these provinces has their own kind of commander that would come over there, but the commander does not report actually to the province leader. In this case, it is the Viscount. They actually report directly to the Grand Duke. So they have their own sway, while the Viscount rules the Farrowheart and the province around it. The Soman army which sits, that's completely Thule's prerogative to do what he wants. And you sense that between these jabs, that the Viscount wants the Thule to do something about it, to go charge and attack the Revo, which is like sitting outside across the river, while Thule is not doing so.
Tension.
And then Thule also adds that there are tactics involved. One doesn't just close their eyes and march anywhere, less so their own death. And again, Paulo just laughs and starts to clap a little bit. And as he kind of like claps 3 times, you see the server suddenly start moving around. Your moose bush has been completely gone. Plates are changed across, and a 3 people band comes to the music, and they start playing slow music over there. So Warlow just starts. You all, none of you are from Farrowheart.
Sorry, Mickey.
Yes.
Could Boone have added something at the end of whatever Thule said?
Yeah.
He would have looked at Thule, not at Warlow, and said, "Patience is a virtue when hunting valuable prey." And just leave it at that.
Ooh.
Boone, you feel that conversation kind of ends, and as before Warlow would clap, Tool's eyes kind of like just soften a little bit, jerks his head towards you, and you can sense an understanding that that he understands that you are supporting him. Is that also correct, right? Just for me also. Boone? Boone. Galaxy.
Sorry, yes, that is correct.
Okay. Alright, sorry. Yes, and Wallow glares at you before clapping, and the musicians kind of got brought in. The music changes, kind of becomes a little bit more smooth, and then the food comes in. There's obviously like a lot of meat that is spread around, and they start giving you meat. In front of Wallow, almost an entire big-ish creature, large
Jeez.
meat as it is, from rotisserie kind of thing. Think of that. Rotisserie chicken, but 4 feet long, is just brought in front of him, just kept there. And Warlow just tears into it. No silverware, no spoon for nothing. He just stares into it, and it is super rarely done, the meat, because you can still see the juice, which is more of blood, red juice, red blood, and it still is flowing out and just like spitting out here and there everywhere around, and he doesn't care. He's just like tearing it apart from the bone, eating the meat and the bone. Oh, there is and in this moment, with those insight checks, I'll just use them. There is a strength that his figure, that how he's walking, everything that completely bellies, like his strength that is there, because he is tearing it apart with such an ease. And then he goes on to say that, okay, none of you are from from Farrowheart, is it? Where are you all from? And this points first at you, Boone. I hope you can speak more than one word, boy. And he just looks at you, tears a piece of meat, continues eating as the the Lord of the Rings Part 3. I don't remember this guy's name. Dennis.
Denethor.
Yes,
Denethor.
that is exactly what is happening here. Yes.
Dennis is tearing into his tomatoes.
Yes.
Yeah, at being called boy, Boone is going to scoff. He will turn to Warlow, stare him down. And as he's staring him down, he's just sizing him up as prey. I am from Novostoya. Your grace, just dripping with disdain.
He continues to Novostoya, heart of the Empire. So you work for the Empire. Very good indeed. He moves on to then Raven. Raven, that's a name I can get behind. Tears another piece, throws the bone away from himself. One of the servers just goes up, picks up the bones on the plate, and just like they're shivering right now. Well, what about you? Are you from Nova Storia as well?
From just outside, yes. We are all proud members of the Empire.
Okay, guys, stop saying that because I've got the most
where
freaking
is that
ridiculous
just
accent, please.
Outside. And where is that just outside, Raven? And now, like, even like Brian is also looking at you, and that Barkan is also looking at big. Barkan is giving you like a side eye, not making eye contact, obviously giving paying attention now. So, where is Raven from, basically? Just outside. Where is just outside Nova Stoya?
Hold on, I'm pulling up a map. Give me a second.
Look, I'm doing the same right now too.
As you take your couple of seconds to like just eat your food, drink it, swallow the food down, you see Warlow just points with his like long, sharp fingernails to Saint, and just wide eyes looks at him and saying, "Yes, yeah, yes, Viscount. I have it. I have it." Oh, you want a map? Wait, hold on. I'll give you. Wait, don't you have a map?
We do, but like I can't like it's very difficult to see. Was I looking at the wrong place? I was probably looking at the wrong place. Oh yeah, well it's not just outside. I'm sorry, but it's close enough.
Okay, so in the game lore also, right? Maps.
Yes. I just couldn't read the writing, so I was pulling up another one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Raven answers, void.
Void. He says, okay. For Mars, would you have like tried to like hide your Chenaltian accent?
She freaking can't. We're talking. She learned Nostorian literally on her way up here. Like, she's doing her dang best. But I've got something that I can kind of hook with a little bit.
Okay.
Or I can try.
And you, Neptune.
Yes.
What name? What about you are from? You are a very different tongue.
Yes, yeah, Your Grace, I originally hailed from Charnot, and I do not know if you have heard of the predicament in the south. I know it is quite far from these lands, but there is a shadow there that plagues the whole place, and I left it because it was more than I could bear at the time. Part of me hopes that I may find answers elsewhere, but in the meantime, I made my way here to this land, and that is where I met my compatriots. And part of why this book we are researching is for selfish reasons, because maybe I learned something from my home that I have left.
Yes, the news has reached my ears. And he then points to his like almost like stuttered ears and just starts laughing. And says that book. So, what is next on your book after the Marla? Do you know about the Grisham's Tower? And he just like stops eating and just looks at you. Oh, you should go there. You should, if occult and strange things you want, you should go there. I can arrange it for you.
Siwa immediately has goosebumps.
Starts eating. Insight check, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mars will be taken aback. So is Siwa a little bit, because I feel like I was thinking there was a connection between them, like symbiotically, but it's odd hearing this kind of antagonistically. Not in the same sense, but it's interesting.
So I would say that it's not, the way he says it, it's not antagonistic.
Okay.
But it is like, yeah, you want to go there, I can arrange it for you, kind of thing. Like
Okay.
showing off power also. But
Got it.
he doesn't know like what all you know about it. But it's
Okay.
like, yeah, that's a strange thing.
Got it. Yeah. Okay, Mars will raise an eyebrow and do like one of those little like head nods at the table and say, oh, that is most gracious for our research. We had heard I think I'm gonna just go on a limb here, so sorry guys if I frick this up, but we had heard strange tidings of something in the river. It seemed somewhat interesting, but I must admit, Viscount, that the tower definitely it piqued our interest in the way that the locals speak of it. So it is very fascinating that you bring this up, as it had been on our radar. Yes.
Yes, it is. For that insight, 18. That was Melody's insight. Galaxy, what was? Oh, 16. Okay. So you are looking for any deceit. What is Melody looking for, like in that insight? Like how?
She's so Boone's looking for deceit. Mallory is looking for motivation. It's not like, oh yeah, you want to like spend a night in my haunted house to film it for your YouTube channel? Is it like you want us to go like you want us to go in?
No. So with that 18, it's hard to gauge because his mouth is full, his hands are full. He's just shoving bone and meat and just wine everywhere, spilling it out on himself on the floor. But there was like almost a genuine excitement about that when Mars said about like occult and everything, and then Marla is gone. So it's like he is in a way like throwing a challenge that hey, that Grisham's
Gotcha.
tower fits what you're doing, and I can get you there, but and with that 18 also it's like, yeah, I can get you there, but then you're on your own situation kind of
Gotcha.
thing.
Okay.
Um yeah, Boone, Gal, and Vala, you all three would immediately you would also see as this conversation going on, you see the Saint has left his chair and goes up to Grigor, and from side of his pocket he just gives like a small something to her, like hands over something. If you want, you can give me a perception check to see what if you see and pick anything out of it. But if not, then that's it. And he comes back and rushes back to his seat and starts taking like more note about it. And then Warlow just continues to say that yes. Ooh, shit, nice. Ooh, nice.
19.
Okay. But Warlow just says yes, yes. Grisham's Tower, that would be for you. I can it looks at Grigor and Grigor just says, I can, yes I can. And then Grigor looks at Klein, of course, I can make some arrangements. You all are staying here at the Violet Rose, so I will leave a note, and you can let the Masterista know when you're ready to go to the tower. Try to go to the tower. Oh, it will be quite a fascinating stuff that you will find. I'm sure of it. With 21 perception, Boone sees that he hands over like a small, like a vial, to Grigore, and you with Gal, but not 20. That's pretty good actually. with that 20, you would see that oh, and with 19, yeah, even 19 I wouldn't count because he was talking to Mars at that point when this exchange happened, so behind
So
Mars
fair.
kind of away. Um for natural 20 cal, you would see that the you would notice one extra thing within the vial itself, which is kind of like almost it is actually see-through vial pretty clearly. Um, there are like some runes marked on it, and these runes are very you recognize actually these runes. Some you just remember it that you've seen these runes before used in the clan somewhere, and they're specifically, very specifically used to kind of like cancel out if there's any magic, like destroy or kill the magics if there's something going on over there. Like
Oh,
almost like dispelling a magic kind of thing. That you've seen the company of like the your company also kind of uses it at times.
okay.
Um, and Warlow just says that, and then kind of turns to you, Cal, at that point says, and you, what about you? Where about are you from, Oscar?
Above table, Mickey.
Yes,
Kyle grew up in like the Virak Empire, but
correct.
he knows it's best to say an Estonian location, correct?
You would know not to say Burak Empire, if anything.
Right.
Anything else can be fair game, but not Burak Empire because Empire is always kind of like at war with the Ostoyan and Farrowheart, like is the gateway kind of like. So you don't want to say Burak Empire.
Got it. Got it. He will kind of turn to Warlow, give a kind nod, be like, yes, I'm from Crow's Bend.
All right, me the DM. Where is Crow's Bend?
Rose Bend is like just south of Belliver. Hold on.
Oh, I see Crow's Bend.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like right over there.
okay, that's there. Okay, that's that's where Valia is from. Kind of that area, whole large area.
Oh,
Okay. Says, oh, and he goes like, oh, Countess Nescus. One of her. How are you here? Is like you are also part of the book. Is asking Cal.
Muscle.
yeah. He's like, he will mention that like, yeah,
Because it's true.
we end up in various situations, and I'm not much on the intelligence or writing side of it, but I offer any muscle that is needed.
Good, good. Incline just chips and yes, yeah, that is good muscle. Of course, like I would assume you would have done a lot of things in Marla, which we've heard about things that, but we'll shut up. Fine, hold.
Woo!
There's one more. And you, Avanya dear, you look like one of us, but I could be wrong. Where about are you from?
Well,
As
Oscar and I go way back. We're both from Crow's Bend. Proud. Proud members of the Empire. And you would be correct in assuming that I am like you. Thought it might be nice to, when I heard Oscar was involved, lend a little bit of my expertise to the cause.
I rolled 2 natural ones.
Frick yeah. That was fire.
Well, Francesco's children are here. That is quite a news, I'd say. And he just finishes up with the last major bite. And his plate is now like empty, gone, whatever was inside it. All most of it, like just 99% gone. Rest 5% is like on the dinner table, on his lap. On some of it has gone down to Klein also. Um, like, well, this is as would you? And he looks at Klein. At this point, Grigor just like ran again, just steps slowly, walks over here, and uh, she's just looking, and Warlow just looks at her. Gives her like grunts, and gives like a heavy nod. And you see that she takes out this vial, and she kind of like just drinks it. And as she drinks it, and you see immediately like she just shrieks, but not at a very high volume, but it is still loud, like, and I have to check. Hold. As she shrieks, a couple of things happen. Gal, you all, 4 of you except Gal, see Gal's disguise just vanish.
Yeah.
Drops out. Gone.
Fuck.
And
What?
Tool is just sitting over there, and you see like his spell also vanishes.
Oh.
And where he was, this almost this humanoid face sitting over there, like almost like very much human, but pale. You see there is half muzzle, like a wolf, just with extremely hairy face, sitting over there with massive claws already jutting out. And Tool immediately just like bomb fists the table and just says, "What's the?" His voice changes and it goes like, "What's the meaning of this, Viscount?" And Viscount just starts laughing maniacally, like completely. Klein is just sitting there, and Saint is just like also sitting, adjusts his glasses and looks at you, and takes a look at. You see, he's looking at now Cal at you. Goes back a couple of pages. You see, he's like canceling out something, whatever picture he drew of you, and goes to a new page, starts writing, starts making a new like an image of you. Well, Warlow just says, "Well, we are all friends here, Tool. Look, we all have reasons to hide our real selves. No shame in that. I just want to let you all know that you can be your real selves." And this Klein is sitting over there, goes like, I told you, Viscount, I told you about him, I told you, he's the one who, why? And Klein just like gets up from his chair seat, and he is like 7.5 feet tall, like a large figure. Like, why? Why would you hide yourself? And he goes like,
I'm just gonna stand up.
You stand up.
Boone is going to stand up with Klein. Yeah.
You try to stand up, Grigori instantly appears behind you and puts a hand. Give me a athletics. No, it's not athletics. It will be a strength check against Grigori's strength.
It's a 9.
Okay, I've got a +4, and I'm gonna roll it out because.
I'm trying to
Okay.
decide if I want to use an inspiration for this.
Use your heroic inspiration.
Or just sit down.
I'm gonna say too late. You rolled a 9.
Okay. I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 19 plus numbers. You try to move. Grigori's hand is faster than lightning, and you find yourself like pushed into your chair. And Klein just kind of like takes half a step back. Wow, it's okay, it's okay. I know him. Yeah, he did work for me. It was very, very beautiful work, I might say. And he goes back, looks at the account. Yes, that the victory over the Revo ones that had come out. Yes, and he was the architect. Galador, yes, Galador. I remember. There was one more thing that you did for me, but that was sure, that doesn't matter. And as that happens, as Boone tries to get up, yep, that is where I'm going to come out. Grigori pushes Boone down. What is everyone else doing?
Sorry, Mickey. I'm sorry. See what?
Yeah.
One last.
You're fine.
Grigori came up, put her hand
Her.
on Boone's shoulder. Which shoulder? Left or right?
I'm gonna say, if you were trying to face Klein, that would be your right shoulder. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So right. Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Thanks.
Okay. I am.
Yeah. So seeing all of this, Mars is going to try to just kind of after hearing Klein's words, like she was getting real nervous at first, but then hearing in this weird reverse way, like Klein kind of vouching for Al, she's just going to kind of like smile like simperingly. I love using the word that Alex put in there. But like kind of simperingly and like giving a bow towards Klein and just saying, because Cal has already said he's not magically inclined, and it's probably, based on how she looks, she might be magically inclined, so she'll kind of like own some of that, and she'll just say, we do apologize for some of the deception, Viscount. We, upon entering here to the city and upon your invitation, our friend Oscar here had mentioned that he had done some work before, and it sounds silly now, yeah, I understand, but we did not want it to detract from the invitation for the Marla. We did not want to cause a scene and take away from anybody else's shine, but I see that it was silly for us to be so precautious.
Okay, Mars, do you get up and say it? Or do you keep sitting down?
Oh, no. I'm gonna say sitting down. We're staying small. Klein is being big and loud. Mars is just gonna be kind of quietly fitting that in. Basically, making Klein sound right, making Klein sound important, right? By saying we didn't want to take away from Klein's importance, and also showing deference to the Viscount for, like, catching us in the deception, basically like applauding him for that too, so talking to his ego.
Nicely done. Mars, you start speaking up, and you see Klein kind of looks in your direction, and Warlow also kind of like starts speaking between his teeth and just looking at you, but Gal,
Yes.
your disguise is gone. Klein
Yes.
has openly, like, Galador from there, that, and that, and that. It's like, why were you hiding it? What does Cal want to do, or does Cal do anything, or say anything?
Internally he's fuming, but outside he is putting a smile on his face, and it's just like, yes, as my friend said, just did not want to draw away from this afternoon and this dinner. But Klein, Mr. Mayor, it's very good to see you again. After the years it's been, and just thank you for your kind words. But yes, we didn't want to pull away from this invitation and everything. But it is good to see you. Just again talking him up and just fully smile on his face, leaning into it.
All right, that is also cool. Mallory, I'll say you. Yeah, what does Mallory want to do now, or if you want to do anything or say anything?
She was not expecting Thule to. Thule turned into a wolf.
Like a friggin' wolf? Yeah.
Yes.
But not like how Boone transforms. This is like a.
No.
This is more like, oh god,
Like Vinny almost.
Knoll type
Yeah.
looking thing.
It. For all of you interested, you can give me,
Always.
as you see Thule's visage completely change, you can give me either a history check. It's not a werewolf, it looks like it, but it looks different. There are fangs dripping from Thule's face. You can give me either a history check or even a nature check would do. I'm thinking something else. And Boone and Valia, you guys can do it with advantage because you are from here and Boone is a monster hunter.
What was it? It was history or what?
I think history, arcana, or what did I say?
Animal?
Nature.
Oh, nature.
And nature, yeah.
I will do arcana.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Put it in the chat. Then 18, 17, 17, 15. Okay. Yes, that's right. Both Valia and Boone had advantage.
Oh, Boone.
It's not Boone, it's Galaxy. Come on, we all know it.
Oh, I mean, did you see the rolls that I had against her frickin' NPC this morning? It's talk water.
Okay, look, Galaxy was rolling nat 20s and stuff on us last night, so
that 100%. 100% in favor of those rolls. But with that, I think basically 15 and above, I would say like both Cal, Valia, and Mars. Valia, you rolled Arcana. So and with the Arcana, History, and Nature. Wow, they all three are different. Okay, so what the information that you kind of have heard or know about it, word of mouth basically, is that there are lycanthropes, and you now know two very dear friends, actually three now almost. Vampires are definitely one, but then the other ones are kind of like where can become different animals, like bear or a wolf. Again, present in your company. However, you've heard of this. You've heard of maybe some magic that is used. You have maybe read about it, and for Cal, it is something that is whispered among in the dark corners, like a spooky stories about it, that there is an amalgamation, a mixture of a vampire and a werewolf that is at the same time stronger than a vampire and werewolf. It is very rare for anyone to become. These stories that you've heard, these experiments you've heard are happened, and magic can have happened. Uh, but never have you actually come in contact with anyone who is like this, except Valia. Uh, 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 I. Valia, there was a time, even though you became a Dampier because of your countess and all of that, but there was a time where uh, someone was trying to court you, and it's a hazy time, and you were bitten. It happens. It was like it was also one form of like love making in a way, and things went weird for months after that. And this is from just a character sheet perspective. This is the bloodline boon that you chose, and you being in this almost unique position of who Valia is, you remember that there's a word for these creatures called Fizek that are. And not only is there a word for it, one of the provinces which has this massive forest called Stillborn Forest, wait, what was it? Stillborn Forest? I am going to confirm. Yeah, Stillborn Forest. That whole province is the ruler of that province, like Viscountess here, is a Fizeg. So, um, with as that happens, no, Fizeg, F. As that happens, Warlow just again starts clapping loudly and just says, "Well, you have your reasons, and I appreciate." Again,
Okay, General
starts
Grievous.
coughing. Yeah, starts coughing like really, really loudly, almost as if like choking. Hits his chest. Uh, and that's all right. Deception is part of the trade. I would have been disappointed if you've all come clean. Uh, so now the thing is, what's next? I'll tell you what's next. It's a dessert. And starts clapping. Servers suddenly start walking. Grigore puts her hands off you, Boone, and starts slowly walking towards to stand next to Warlow. Klein just sits back and like, oh, oh, this is fantastic. I have been, I was just, and just kind of like is moving back and forth because Boone, you're in the middle to make eye contact with Cal. And like yes, I just go on saying, yeah, there is more work. We've got some work for the likes of you and the five of you. Well, you did clear the Marla. I think this would be right up your alley. He kind of looks back at Wallo, and Wallo just says, continue. Like moves and like, yeah, go on, keep speaking. Um, and just Thul just kind of like gets up and he gets up violently, and the chair just goes back and smashes, and just says, "This, you want me to go and attack the Ravo scums? I think I will wait a little more. I think I'll be a little more patient." Looks at Boone. gives you a solid nod, Boone,
Hey yo.
and Varka and Warlow just grins, makes us eye contact, and there is this madness in his reflecting from his this yellowed eyes, just dripping out, and just he just says, "You are a patient one, Sergeant Legatus. But what if you are not the Legatus anymore?" And we will have. Then maybe we'll have someone who has the guts to carve through the array of slats. Can I also get an insight check from anyone who wants to do it as this little bit? Oh, there we go. Mallory does not need that insight check.
Okay, nice.
Nice. Yes, he did say carve, and you all kind of like pick it up that by Carver, the Ninad, who's the second in command. You've heard whatever little bit things you've heard about is that he's a violent man. He wants to attack. He only if he could be in that he would just go and just destroy the Revo army. And the implication is quite clear that if Thule is not the right person to do it, Viscount will find ways to find the right person to do it and go ahead. And even with that insight, there's another thing that starts like bothering you at the back of your mind. The information that Silas had, the official note that was from the Viscount that was supposed to go to the Varkan Thule, and the army basically mentioned the numbers of Revo army as quite less compared to what is known to be there. So with that insight, I would say specifically for Cal, you being in the company, God, even I forgot the name of the company.
Company of Free Swords.
Yes, thank you so much. Company of Free Swords. This would be like a suicide mission for any army of that size to like go in, no matter how strong they are, because the other army is actually pretty strong. They have magic, a lot of mages. But Viscount wants the Soman army to go and attack, knowing they would get obliterated, and is willing to like even insinuate openly that he'll go as far as like getting rid of Legatus, who responds, like who directly is like reaches out to the Grand Duke. So there's something that doesn't add up. But with that, the truth is, oh, thank you for your hospitality, Viscount. I'll see myself out. And he starts like marching off, goes away. Warlow does not stop him, keeps looking at him. Klein says, "Whoa, someone's losing his head." And Thule goes up, opens the door, goes back. Yeah.
Just so Thule, seeing how Thule is, seeing how Klein is, seeing how Warlow is, seeing how these three are, is Klein, is he, I don't know if this is an insight check or not. Is Klein genuinely sucking up to Warlow or like placating him? trying to get in his good graces to continue doing all of the things that he's doing. That we've heard. Like, we know that Klein has this fantastic reputation within the city.
Yes.
We know that Warlow is clearly threatened by this, and Klein likes it like when people do that. What is this dynamic here between the two of them?
From the things that you already know about us, there is that Klein did a few things back in the time, which Cal helped with, that he has ingratiated himself within very close circle of Warlow. So right now he is completely in cahoots with Warlow or whatever the big plan that they have.
But he's dependent on Warlow.
He is in a way that you would understand that because he's not of vampire
right
blood, I want to say, or,
yeah, no, I get what you mean.
So there's only like so much he can reach in stature, and he has helped Warlow in many ways, and there is something going on with like them sacrifice, we're kind of like sacrificing the whole army, like sending them to their death. And you also know that there is something going on between Warlow and Klein and the Grisham's Tower. You've got the notes from Silas saying about something about the undead or some creatures down the city below. So you have the pieces that they are planning something about, and so right now Thule seems to be in their way. The thorn.
Boone, you picked the right horse to back.
Yep.
Boone is gonna speak up,
Yeah.
which I'm sure terrifies everybody at the table.
Don't do
In
that.
the best way. In the best way.
Don't do that.
You go, baby.
And he is just very bluntly going to ask, why the rush?
Who are you asking, Klein or Warlow?
Warlow. And he would have wanted to ask this as Thule was leaving, so that Thule could also hear why the rush.
Okay. Yeah. Thule starts to leave out, and you speak up. Warlow's yellow eyes following Thule right now just quickly switch to you. And very simply, he says, "Not your concern, boy. But desert." And then Thule leaves. Servers start rushing around, and then the deserts are brought to all of you. And then the same door that Warlow kind of came through, where it was all like seemed like an illusion. Again, the fire kind of like vanishes. The door opens up. You see two black guard soldiers are bringing in someone. He has like a mask like over his head, tied up, hands tied up behind, and has been like roughed up. And well, here is my desert. And he gets up. As he gets up, you see he has left his cane on the table, like it was on standing by the table side. As he, sorry, what was the question? Did Warlow just?
Yeah, why? I couldn't hear why the rush, and then...
Oh, he said not your concern.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear. I'm sorry. I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
no,
you're
it's
good,
okay.
you're good. Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah, you're good,
he
you're good. I thought
straight
maybe
up
there was a question
insulted
that I
Boone.
missed. Yeah. He said, no, none of your concern, boy. Very important. Last word. You see, this seems to be like a man, probably like a little bit older, has been brought in, and Warlow's cane rests next to the table as he just gets up, and you hear this cracking of bones as he's like straightening up. What was 5.5 feet, maybe a little bit more, of this hunched back figure gets straight up to about 8.5 feet, roughly, towering over this figure that has been brought in, and he bends down slowly, takes off the mask. As dessert is served in front of all of you, you give them spoons. The servers just move back, and they can't leave. They're just there. They look down, and you see Arcos there has been brought in. He holds Arcos by the neck, lifts him up. You see Arcos has been beaten up a little bit, not too much, and Warlow just looks back at all of you. He's not something of concern to you, is he? As it looks at all of you.
Sorry, what did he say? What did he say? Sorry.
Is he of any concern to any of you?
No.
I'm wondering if this is like some weird reverse thing that if Mars actually says something, if it'll help or hurt.
Yeah.
Valia just stares across the table directly into Mallory's eyes.
Oof. I feel like the Viscount seems to enjoy people being like somewhat brazen, but like just enough. Oh, I'm weighing the pros and cons of trying to say something here because I still have a freaking.
My thought is should I go ahead and say it? Fuck.
And my
Yeah,
only thing is
he looks too old.
Oh, my thing was gonna be that, like, he, like, helped us, I don't know if that would help or not, but, like, if we're selling the book thing, like, say, oh, he was someone who was helping us find leads for our book, you know, like a weird, like, yeah, like a weird disinterested, like, oh, he was helping us, but it's not, like, I don't know. Is it worth trying? I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I think that's worth that because he likes the occult stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have a bardic. I can, because I'm like sitting right here. Yeah, I could do this. Should somebody else do this?
Whichever. I have a +9 to persuasion.
Yeah, you have +9 to persuasion.
I have not asked for a roll.
No, I know. But it's what I'm going to try to say.
What are you trying to do?
I know, just anticipating that.
I'll try it. Do you mind?
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Because that at least kind of keeps the distance. Because if you say something and Arcos like sees you, I don't know. Mars will kind of, you know, she'll stand this time and she'll do a low bow. I mean, like hips at the hinge, like low bow, and she'll say, as it so happens, Viscount, actually, this man, because when you guys met Arcos, he was just like a merchant at the docks, right? Obviously, he's a contact, but like he was also just like selling things like normal.
Well, he was at the Siren in like a secret room.
Okay. Regardless.
But because he's part of the Eben Syndicate.
Yeah.
So he's not like out there, but he is and stuff like that. So you could just say like,
yeah, we'll risk it for the biscuit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mars will bow and just say, for what it is worth, Your Grace, this man has helped put us on the path of some of the occult happenings for us to investigate. Actually, was one of the people that was able to help us learn information for the Marla. I do not. It is not my place to ask for anything else beyond answering the question that you have asked of us. He has been a resource for our studies, but that is all.
See, the reason I don't want you to roll
Oh no.
is because Warlow is cruel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. That's what I
Yes.
figured. It was a gamble.
He hears you, looks back, and looks back at Argos, and just says, "He has been a rat. For long I let him live, and he took that for granted." And then he again looks back at Shima and says, "Well, don't worry, Neptune, dear, for your occult and strange things. You have us now." And Klein just straight up like
Oh my God.
claps. Yeah, you have us. Don't worry about it. We've got it. And as the Klein just speaking up, Warlow just keeps your eye contact and just opens his jaw, which dislocates and grabs Arcos's entire neck, lets go of his hand, just holding on, grabbing onto it as the light fades away from Arcos's eyes as he's hanging by the jaw of this creature of the night, about 4 feet up in the air.
Yeah, Mars.
And then
No fuss. It's right back down.
Saint immediately kind of goes talking to you. "Oh well, don't worry about it. We have other things also go. Did you know about the river thing? There's a river thing also going on. A strangeness about there. Uh, and while you're there, the city below is absolutely enigmatic. We used to have someone work for us. Go there, do some errands. But if you are, we can arrange like something for you all to like get some your strange going on in the city below as blood a body falls."
Mars is digging so deep into her training to just let this puny little annoying man yammer on and on. But she has the mask of all time. She is just has the court smile on, and she's like, "I'm gonna throw daggers at a picture of this man in my room later."
Yeah, as that has happened, as Saint is talking up you, Mars, and like looks at Vanya also at times and just like figuring it out and just like scoots up a little bit to get Mallory also in the conversation. Definitely, Cal, you being like, "Oh yeah, I've heard about your exploits from Mr. Mayorik and all of that." And Klein also joins in the conversation, completely not oblivious to what has just happened, but like this is normal. This is not the first time that they have seen something like this. This is not the 10th time that they have seen something like this. It was desert time. That's what it was. And with that, Warlow also slowly coughs. Turns around to you, face completely bloody. Blood is like everywhere on him. Starts to like walk. His posture comes back again, almost his hunchback, reaches up to his cane. "It was a pleasure to see all of you. And I'm sure," as he looks at like Klein and then Saint, "there is a better, greater future for all of you and all of us." Grins, keeps grinning, licks his fangs and teeth, picks up his cane, turns around, starts walking away. The same illusion goes up, doors opens up, he goes away. Grigor is still there, just standing over here, over the dead body. So has come up. one of the servers comes up and tries to move the body, and Krieg goes, "No, no, no, no." This is the first time we've heard her speak. Snacks, late night snacks, and she also smiles. And the server just steps back up. Mm-hmm. Good. Very good. You knew. And then the stoic poker face comes back as she stands there as Klein and Saint continue to talk to you, chatter about all the things going on in the city, about how you can help them, how they can help you, not only with the book, with achieving amazingness. It is just says that the future is bright. Ostonian Empire will soon be complete. Any last thoughts or comments as you all still sit before we close this scene? Boone, how is Boone feeling right about now when all of this has gone by and transpired?
Boone is disgusted, but not surprised. I mean, he spent more or less grew up in Novostoya, so he's familiar with vampires, familiar with their eating habits. But is very curious and just sort of mulling over this conflict, this political struggle between Thule and Warlow, and ultimately the Great Duke or the Grand Duke, and wondering silently why Saint is at this table kissing up to Warlow when there's a bat creature flying around the city, and why Saint put out a bounty for it. So he's just sort of mulling all of this over. At one point, he would have grabbed a utensil, doesn't matter which one, and is just holding it very tightly, so as to not, just doesn't want to really stab anybody. And is infinitely curious about Thule and what he is. But he's just quiet. And there's a simmering rage at being called boy several times.
Okay. Gal. Klein wants to sit with you. He actually moved his seat to be right next to you, both of you all.
Oh my god.
And is just remembering the times, talking loudly, how all of that happened. And what he's talking about, Mallory, you were there to witness. But Gal, how's Gal doing?
He is not looking at Mallory during any of this, but he's doing the best he can to entertain Klein and talk it up. So if it's talking about that encounter and that job and the essentially the trading war stories of it all, if that's what Klein wants, that's what Cal is saying. But on the inside, I imagine where the voices had gone a little quieter after he eliminated Silas, and now he was feeling like, I have a chance to fully be free of this. This can happen, and now I am right back and even worse into that lion's den with clients, where even as he's keeping that facade up, the voices are getting louder and louder. He can feel them starting to claw within his mind and his consciousness, like an ever ringing in his ear as they just get louder and louder, and he's feeling that trap sensation again, but he's just trying to outwardly keep that facade. So inwardly, he's not doing too hot right now. But yeah.
Yeah. And Klein is just regaling, telling you after what you did, aftermath of how the Reva army was destroyed, how he just like completely gone, and trying to like fill and giving your details about like what you started, how impactful it was, and how much it means for him. And he invites you and then adds your friends for drinks at his place. The day after tomorrow, if that works. He would love to host you all at one of his galas that he's throwing like a day after tomorrow, I think. Yeah.
Is that the full moon? Or
You think about it, and you're like, yes, that is the full moon. Not today, not the 2 days from now. So basically, like, today's like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like in real time. That's the day after tomorrow. So that's for me, just me thinking through this.
right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Valia, you were not recognized because Owlbear also decided to throw 2 natural ones for me. But this display of almost a bestial nature, you now kind of, having seen it, remember that this is a very Viscount thing. The other lords of vampires, countesses, and the dukes also, they don't do this. And you've been to a few courts. They don't do this. He specifically loves doing it when he has guests.
Yeah, I think being familiar with how the Viscount operates, it's something she would have been able to maintain, you know, the same facade she's maintained every time that she's seen it. And it's really easy for her to kind of slip back into that same dissociative place that she would go when the Countess would bring her to these things. You know, it's that kind of like the smile always on the face, everything is very polite, and what she's really noticing this time is like more than the cruelty, more than the spectacle, like all that she's used to. What she hated the most was watching Mars debase herself by bowing to this man, because all he is spectacle and shock and awe, and Mars is better than that, and it's something that she never should have had to have done to like appeal to his ego.
Oh.
All right. And Mars, how is Mars feeling about this?
Oh, she's
All of this.
mad. She can now see, like, from start to finish. Obviously, she knew, like, what this was gonna be. You don't get invited to the king's palace, who you know is a terrible person, without expecting tomfoolery. And I think she's not mad at herself. but she knew it would be a challenge, right? This is literally what she trained for. She was on the other side. She was Grigoi in a sense, right? Like, she was the one, for the noble that she worked for, learning things, trying to pick people apart. And she was really hoping that her skills and her abilities and that would be enough to really, really gain them the upper hand. And while they did gain a lot of good information, I don't think it outweighs the political maneuverings that Warlow pulled off. So she knows she can't be super mad at herself because this was a tough situation, but she's just pissed off that they didn't get as much of an upper hand as they wanted, even if that was a long shot.
What kind of upper hand was Mars hoping to get?
Weaknesses, they gained some, right? Like they discovered the feud between, Thule and Warlow. They, have this weird link of why the frick the Saint is here. So they've learned things, but it's one of those things where weighing what you learned versus the cost of what it was, I think the cost was steeper than she could have ever anticipated, with Arcos and Hal losing his disguise and Warlow just being able to see straight through that. So, again, even if it was a long shot, she still had high expectations for herself, and this isn't putting the group down, right? She's kind of taking that on, because, up until this point, she's been helpful. She's been helping the group, but, like, everybody else has had a much higher stake in things, and this finally felt like a moment that she could, like, really, like, this is her element, and she really, really wanted to pull through for everybody. And, Siwa, as the pilot, knows that they got a lot out of this, more than they probably, like, the rolls helped a lot, and we got a lot of really good information. But Mars is, really mad at the loss of Arcos, annoyed that their disguise was seen through. Yeah, just the whole thing. She recognizes it for what it is, and so she's that's just kind of where she's at. Doesn't necessarily mean it's logical, but it's the emotional part she's feeling.
Yep. Fair. And lastly, Mallory.
I think first off, the first thing that comes to mind is Mallory feels bad that Mars tried to save Arcos, because Mallory was going to say, no, he means nothing, and let him die anyway. And she's glad he's dead. She's just annoyed that she couldn't do it herself. And that's kind of clashing with hearing everything about the worst time in her life being laughed about, and patting on the shoulders. And she knows logically, like, Cal is remorseful for all of that. And I think she's feeling a lot of those dark feelings from that time. And while logically she remembers Cal in the Truth's Chamber saying that, like, like, it weighs on him, she's also doubting that he did in fact take delight in it. She does not want to be in here anymore.
Loud Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, that's where she's at.
And there is just loud laughter of Klein as things are being talked about here and there, as some more just other patrons, not as important, but like still like of important, like have also been allowed to kind of come in, and Klein they kind of just like introduces, but their names don't mean anything, and half the names he also gets wrong, and then they have to you can see on their face they don't correct Klein, and if that is all good with all of you, we can end our session and say that you all finally the dinner finally wraps up and you find ways to get out of here to the room above, to the suite above, where your concierge still stands. Oak opens up the door for all of you. You see the rooms are already changed up, freshened up, new sheets, fruits, food, drinks have already been applied to. And as you all enter the suite at the Violet Rose, the concierge moves out and closes the door. And that's where we'll end our session tonight.
Holy.
Ooh.
And you're all level 5.
Oh shit!
Let's go!
Thank you, Mickey!
Benevolent overlord.
That was high freaking stakes. And I don't think collectively we have ever rolled that good as a group before. I feel like that could have gotten so far south, like genuinely.
Those deception rolls were excellent.
Insane. We didn't even need the bardic.
It was good to have, though.
Oh yeah.
Sure, it's crazy.
But with that, I think we can end our session tonight. Thank you, all of you, for being here and this night, going through this dinner party. To say.
Jeez.
Thank you, Siva, for hosting, for the music.
It was great. Thank you, Mickey.
Thank you, everyone.